For the uninitiated, Smallville is the story of young Superman Clark Kent as he discovers his superpowers, and it's become one of the WB's most successful shows.
WGN Entertainment reporter Dean Richards was invited to Vancouver last month for the WB Insider Show and talked with Clark, Lana, Lex, and Lois about what's in store for Season 4.
Go, lock it up. Stand by.
And throw the ball!
26-year-old Erica Durance takes on the much-beloved Lois Lane role, playing the young woman before she was a Metropolis reporter.
What's cool about it is I get to discover Lois as she discovers herself, so as she grows and gets older, you know, I get to discover that too.
Here we go.
The other new player is Jensen Ackles. He joins the Smallville cast as a college student and part-time assistant coach for Clark Kent's high school football team.
It's the fourth season, so the show's really got legs right now, and it's you know, a bit of a well-oiled machine. So you really kind of got to plug yourself in and find your niche quick.
Perhaps more importantly for future plot lines, the rich Metropolis homeboy hooks up with Lana in Paris.
They have a nice little romance, and then it all ends at the end of the summer, and she comes back to Smallville, and I somehow managed to get back here with her.
You're going to see a side of Clark you haven't seen before, with maybe some comedy, some flirtation that you hadn't seen before with Lana.
She comes back with a new style, but I think it's a style that comes out of being secure in her body.
And roll down.
This scene was shot under a blazing sun about an hour outside of Vancouver.
Clark just threw the winning touchdown pass using something a little more than natural ability, I'm afraid, which does not sit well with Jonathan Kent.
This is Clark's senior year, which means Clark's parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent, will soon be empty nesters.
We'll have graduations and all things that happen there, but it is a transition period.
We never really know what to expect. It's as exciting for us when we get a script as it is for people when they see the show.
Clark ended last season naked.
Apparently we're going to be seeing more and more nakedness this season from what we hear.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, my whole take is, you know, if you can do the scene without it, then it shouldn't be there. But apparently there's going to be some situations these characters find themselves in this year that I guess they got to be naked.
And there are hints of new superpowers.
I don't know if it's flying. He won't be completely earthbound throughout the season.
There are rumors we'll again see the legendary Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve, who doesn't love him? And
Lana returns from Paris, sporting a tattoo.
something happens in the first episode that creates a tattoo on her back. It's not something that she goes out and gets. It's actually very interesting and has a lot to do with the mythology of the show that will carry throughout the season.
What in the hell did Jor-El do to you, Clark?
Chloe.
And poor Chloe.
The last we saw, I shut the door and I was blown up. The fan reaction to my death has been pretty interesting. I mean, walking down the street and having people say things like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry that you're dead."
Clark, look me in the eye and tell me you don't have any hidden places of your own where you keep your deep, dark secrets.
Michael Rosenbaum, who was poisoned at the end of last season, is back as Clark's future evil archenemy, Lex Luthor.
A lot of people want to see Lex Luthor dead.
3 seconds left in the game. Lex Luthor. That target, his buddy's Chris. He's out there. Ready, height.
Evil doesn't even come close to describing the real Michael Rosenbaum. He's, well, different.
Touchdown! Oh, crowd goes wild. Woo! Find 100 ways. You got to believe it. Chicago. I mean, you can't go, if you leave me now, you can't really go wrong there. We lose some light, what happened? I like light rock. It's easy going. These kids today, they listen to hard music, they're angry. Want to go out and stab someone? I want to go out and love someone. I look a lot sexier with hair. You got hair at 50, that's pretty good. I like to wear wigs too, did I mention that? You got a good head. Dean, come on, Dean. Dean, let's get with the program here, Dean.
He makes jokes and farts and, you know, sings. And he's really loud. He's like, he's Michael.
He makes farts?
Oh, yeah, you don't know about that?
No.
Yeah, Michael farts a lot.
Really?
Yeah, intakes, he farts, he burps. He's just kind of grotesque all around. You wouldn't think that of a 32-year-old.
He's just one of those guys you got to keep an eye on now.
I can't dish.
Well, not yet. But as Clark pursues his earthbound destiny in the new season, Lois Lane can certainly make life more interesting in Smallville.
What I've seen in the past between Clark and Lois is there was already this relationship. There's already this love from Clark for Lois. What we're doing here, they can't stand each other. I mean, they ultimately hate each other. And Lana actually has a line where she says, well, that's how the best ones start.
Well, you know, they're being tight-lipped about the specifics of the new season, but we could be seeing Clark and Lois in a major storyline this year. We're going to see a lot more of Lex being evil and Superman starting to develop into what he develops into.
Yeah, because he's got to grow up someday. And
we're starting. They're starting to become the characters that we know them from. You know, from the traditional characters.
All right.
Next Tuesday, we're going to have an inside look at Oliver Hudson's new WB show, The Mountain.
All right.
Thanks, Dean.
Good show.
Thank you. Enjoyed that. A hot day at the ballpark and on the field for the Cubs today.
Now, coming up in sports, the Cubs bats had it rolling to the tune of 5 home runs. Would it be enough to sweep Pittsburgh?